Breaking today, Hunter Biden, we are told, will agree to plead guilty to tax and gun charges and thereby likely avoid prison time. Republicans say slap on the wrist, proof of corruption, two-tiered justice system. However, they're not saying any of that about Donald Trump, who in another interview says things that must be making his lawyers crazy. You know why? Because they're true, and they go exactly to the focus of what the indictment is against him. But did he really change the stakes for him in this interview? I say no, but let's test it with better legal minds. Former federal prosecutor Shan Wu and a member of Trump's first impeachment legal defense, it's hard to keep track, the author of Get Trump, the inestimable Professor Alan Dershowitz. First, Alan Dershowitz, you believed that Hunter Biden was heading in exactly the situation that he wound up in. Why, and what do you make of the situation?
Well, I predicted it exactly because I knew that people would try to show that there's equal justice, and maybe there is. I think the plea in this case was an entirely fair plea. In fact, it may have been a little too tough on the tax charges. Most people who just file their taxes late aren't even charged with misdemeanors. And it may have been a little too soft on the drug charge. I don't think we want people who are addled with cocaine to be getting guns. So on balance, if that's all he did, I think this is equal justice. The real question is it all he did? What about Burisma? What about the laptop? What about the tapes? Let's find out. If there's nothing to them, there should be a report issued by the special counsel explaining why the investigation led to the conclusion that he shouldn't be indicted. So I want to keep an open mind. Maybe this is fair justice. But the other point that's important to know is his lawyers have said the investigation is over and it's concluded. That opens him up to testifying without being able to claim the Fifth Amendment. And that may happen now in terms of Congress. So this may not be over for him.
Shan Wu, how do you see it?
Well, I would agree that this was a fair plea in terms of the facts that we know. And I agree with the professor. I actually think it was a little bit on the harsh side myself. I don't think if he had a different last name, he would have faced these charges, because usually when you pay back the taxes, you're covered on the criminal front. And the gun charge issue is unusual because usually they won't prosecute that as a standalone. It's usually part of some other crime with the gun. So I thought they're a little bit harsh on him, actually, but I understand why, because Merrick Garland really wants to look like he's being fair in this case. As to this question of is the investigation ongoing, it's a little bit puzzling. The lawyers think it's not, but also the U.S. attorney said that it was ongoing. Personally, I think it's been ongoing long enough, and Garland should really just pull the plug.
But Shan, as you guys know, you never end investigations. You almost never tell anybody when you end investigations. You love to keep it dangling out there. And as you two great practitioners know, and even a cantaloupe like me knows, if they say it's still ongoing, it's still ongoing. The part that I don't like, that you both agree with, is I don't want Merrick Garland going after Hunter Biden to prove that he doesn't just go after Republicans. I want him to go where the facts and the law lead him, not what is good for his image.
I agree with you. I think this is a game, and I wrote in my book, Get Trump, that this is a game that the American people are the victims of. You're absolutely right when you say this is tit-for-tat politics. Both sides are weaponizing the criminal justice system, and they shouldn't be. We should be focusing on the real issues in front of the American public, not who's more guilty of these crimes. The evidence has to determine who gets prosecuted, not attempts to demonstrate that there's fairness in the system.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.